forever young.
Wow. Hey.
Oh.
Is it...
Huh.
Uh...
Pissman Returns.
I still like Pissman Origins. And yeah, we've constructed Pissman meets the aliens.
We should explain
where
why we're talking about this still.
It opens with the constellation and the skyline, and it turns
listen...
out that the stars that create the constellation are UFOs.
Pissman meets the aliens. That's what it's called. If you listen to last week's regular show and then immediately listen to this show, it'll make sense.
Yeah, this previous Monday's show.
We're recording
and then...
a pre-show on the same day again. I think we've done this before.
Yeah, we have once.
Yeah. Why not?
This is the second time, though. So what's changed for you, Will, in the last couple of hours since we recorded?
I'm more tired now. That's for sure.
Yes, you're getting more tired.
It is not as late as we usually go, but I've had a long day. As of this recording, last night I think I seriously only got 2 hours of sleep. I could not fall asleep for the life of me. I don't know. I was tired, but then I went to bed and I immediately got untired type thing. And I just kept watching videos and I just wouldn't put my phone down or shut my TV off type of stuff. And then it was I don't know, a little before 2 a.m. I finally gave up on that and just rolled over and let my body drift off. And there were storms earlier in the night, earlier in the day actually, the evening, but they weren't anything. To call them storms makes them seem more intense than what they really were. But
scary.
I didn't realize that there were still more coming. I knew some rain was coming. So roughly,
just when you thought it was safe to go back outside.
Just when I thought it was safe to go to sleep. Which that wasn't why I stayed up. But a couple hours after I finally drifted off, I am suddenly awakened by this very frightening sounding rumble roar that's steady, close, not kidding, that's close, really. It was a really deep, not thunder rumble, it was a roar of just something happening. And yes, there it is, that's accurate. And Godzilla was outside. And I kind of was in that delirious, half, I don't even know what's going on or what time it is or anything. And then almost immediately after I started to hear this roar outside, the power went off.
Roar.
Roar. There we go. Insert that again. So the power went off, and I sleep with the bedside fan, mostly just for the noise of it. But also I do the cool breezes blowing across my face and body. And so I grabbed my phone just to see how long it had been since I fell asleep, thinking that it had been a long time since I fell asleep, because I felt like I had slept for a while at this point. And I looked at my phone and it was a few minutes before 4 o'clock, and I was like, what the fuck? This sucks. So the roar outside is getting more intense and loud. And
getting roar intense.
So I decided to pull up my phone, my radar app, just to double check that I'm not under a tornado warning that I slipped through or whatever.
Any plug for this application?
Look at radar.com. No, it's
check it out, everybody.
I don't know what it's called.
Just if you want to.
Radar Scope. I've had it for ages. It's a paid thing, but it's a one-time payment thing. I enjoy it a lot. Radar Scope. So I just pulled that up, and of course, because my phone is still trying to connect to Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi is now off, nothing at all loaded. So I'm just staring at a blank screen for 30, at most 30 seconds, probably 10 seconds. I gave up. I was like, fuck it, I'm too tired. I was like, if there's a tornado, I'm already in it. So I'm just I'm so tired, I can't move right now. Fuck it. And then I rolled over, and about that time I hear like limbs like dragging across the roof of my house, which I don't have any trees in my yard, so they're someone else's limbs. But I have a metal roof, so everything is, the volume wise, it's magnified. And then I just kind of like drift off again. And but not, I didn't fall fully asleep, because now it's like super. Well, the wind started to, so that roar was winding. Wow, it was wind outside. So I'm tired. It was wind. It was winding, as they say.
If this was a regular episode, this would be titled "The Roar Was Winding."
The roar was winding. Yeah, and but as fast and as furious as that winding roar came, it dissipated, and I could hear the roar in the distance, but it was definitely going down. But after maybe like 5 or 6 minutes, it was quiet. But it was one of those things that it was too quiet, and I couldn't fall asleep again, even though my eyes were closed and I was like teetering on the edge of sleep. And then I felt my fan turn back on, and I rolled over just to like check the time, thinking that, okay, great. I've got at least a few hours before my alarm goes off. And no, I had been laying there in that like half sleep state for over an hour. The power was out for over an hour, even though it didn't feel like it. So now it's like 5:30. I'm like, gosh. so I barely drift off, and then my alarm goes off half an hour after that, and I'm just like hitting snooze every 9 minutes. So I guess I got over 2 hours. I got like 2 hours and 20 minutes of sleep or whatever. So yeah, I'm tired today. I've been tired all day today. I did take a Red Bull earlier for the first pre-show and recording sesh.
And that was shortly after telling me I'm trying to not drink energy drink.
I'm trying not to do them, but I know that I would have been where I'm at now like 4 hours ago. Yeah, I'm trying to cut those out, because I was doing those Celsiuses for a long time, and those were good and powerful, but I definitely need to not do them unless I'm going to like be working out. So I'm trying not to do any kind of like stimulant drink unless I'm going to be actively doing something. I don't want to drink them just to like stay awake, or to just like sit.
Yeah. If
I'm going to drink them, my agreement to myself is I need to like actively do something. This was the one exception to that. So that's wearing off, and then we did a reverse episode last week, as I'm sure some of you heard, unless you just listened to the pre-show for some reason.
If so, then hi. Sorry, the intro is probably really weird in this one.
Yeah.
We were talking about Pissman.
Pissman, yeah, well, and that's why. Yeah, because that episode, if you didn't listen to last week's episode, that's why. Pissman. And now we're here. And now we're caught up. So that's been me for the last 2 hours.
Yeah. I actually got maybe about double the sleep of you.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah.
But is that normal for you? Or was that abnormal?
No, that's a little less. I usually get around 6.
Oh, so you slept in.
No, I got less.
So you got less.
I slept for like 4 hours.
Which is double of 2, which is what you said.
Correct.
Wow, Here I am. We're here.
So I'm feeling a little bit tired now at this point as well, but I'm not feeling too bad, and it's not really for any reason. I just I woke up randomly.
Yeah.
And
what time?
Then I just was kind of up since then. Oh, it was like 12, a little just after 12.
You did
noon.
Text me like earlier than what I expected you to text me today.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, you didn't text. You just like thumbs up a message.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, fuck you. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it was a very important, like, are you okay? You haven't talked to me forever. You just thumbs up. That was it.
Well, and then you did it back to me whenever I told you the episode of that dollop with the man who didn't urinate for weeks.
The
and then
catheter.
Presumably died.
Catheter guy. Yeah, I do the thumbs up to react all the time.
Yeah, I've noticed.
That's just
I adopted that from you. I've never used it before until you started doing it.
It's my read receipt whenever I want.
My mom does it.
whenever I want people to know that I have received their message, but I don't want them to know that I've received any of their messages. I just give it the old
that makes sense.
thumbs up react. That way they know that I got it.
Or sometimes the haha.
No, that
Every
is
now and then you
that
you
is
do
just
that
to
one.
say shut up. That's just purely just stop talking to me.
Okay, next time I get one of those, I'll reply, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah. Yeah.
I got ha-ha'd.
The haha is usually because I'm doing something else and I do want to comment. Like, it is worthy of,
Yes.
of a reaction more than just like a thumbs up. But I have no time or focus because if I do, I'm not going to finish the thing that I'm on. So it's just like, haha. And then and then I come back to it like 6 hours later. I'm like, oh yeah. And but by the way, I didn't mean to just, like leave this. Yeah.
Well, no. Now you're fibbing because you've never said that part.
No, I only think that. Because usually you've said something else by that time and I just respond to that. So
Maybe.
or I say haha again.
Yeah. Every time I text you, just haha.
Yeah.
But don't actually reply.
Excuse me. Sorry.
That's a peek into the text thread.
Well, because we agreed like
Sure.
a couple weeks ago. Well, not agreed.
that we would be transparent with our text messages on the show.
So then here we are now. That's what these future episodes are going to be, is just transparency and text.
So, Will, 6 hours ago, you text me.
Deposition now? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
No, but we agreed that because we've done this several times now today, where we should try to save conversations for the pre-show. So there are things that I see and I don't want to like the other day I meant to mention this on a pre-show, but we never got into it. You sent me a link to like some UFO thing.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to talk about it, but then we got talking about something else and we never got back to it. So here we are.
Yeah.
So there are things like that we had a conversation a couple weeks ago or maybe last week about both of us being into yo-yoing. We never talked about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There was one we just started before the recording of last week's pre-show about fascist punks. We never got into the to that conversation.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so that's kind of why
fascist in quotation marks, by the way. In quotation marks.
That's kind of why I have furthered my use of the thumbs up react and the haha on text, just because I don't want to start talking about it too much in like text form. I would much rather just talk to a human.
Yeah, well,
I'm entering the age of my life where I'm becoming adverse to communicating via text, like my father is currently.
Yeah, well, the problem that I've noticed is that oftentimes, by the time we're on here, we don't remember any of it.
No, that's totally true.
Then we end up not talking about anything that we were going to.
Yeah.
And then I forget about how I sent you a link to a UFO website entirely. I completely forgot that was the thing that happened.
It was so random.
Until you brought it up just now.
It was completely out of the blue.
Yes, there's no conversation happening. It was just a link.
No
text.
context afterwards. It was just, here's this UFO link. But I finally connected the dots that I started to listen to the Coast to Coast AM about the Phoenix Lights, and I think that guy mentions that website.
Yeah.
Or I assume that was why you sent it to me. I was like, okay, this is why he sent it to me.
Yeah, he because that guy's been on there. I've heard him on there a few times, I think.
Yeah.
And but it was kind of the first time I was listening to it, and I was like, I want to check out and see if that website still exists. And sure enough, it does.
That was interesting.
And then I was looking, and then I actually sent it to you basically sight unseen. Like, I had gone to the website and I was like, oh shit. And then I sent you the link. And then I started looking around on it, thinking that it was going to be like everything on here is going to be like pictures and videos that people have like sent in. And then it was like none of that. It was just all like stories.
Yeah.
Alleged stories of sightings and stuff. But one of them I saw was in Bloomington,
really?
Indiana. Yeah. But a lot of those on the page that I was looking at were dated like 2021-ish.
Oh, okay.
But on the main page, because I sent you the page that was like because the sightings are also categorized by like quality or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's quality or if it's like believability.
This is bullshit.
I think it's quality though. But there's
like
a
lot on the bad quality page, I bet.
Yeah, it's like flooded. It's just like a person was taking the trash out and they saw a light in the sky, and that's in there. No, I think there's like 3 categories, and so like it's something like tier 1 is like the best, like the highest quality ones or whatever. And so I was on the tier 1 page, and then I sent you the link, and then after sending you the link, I started clicking on them, and they were just stories. Like some of them had like hand-drawn sketches, like a person had drawn, this is what I saw, and then sent in that.
Well, that's
I couldn't see. I didn't also look in depth or anything. I clicked around on like 4 or 5 of them, but I also, through those 4 or 5 that I clicked on, I did not see any like photos or videos that were submitted at all. And I thought that was a bummer. And then I was like, well, I lost my excitement a little bit. And they were also all dated from like the 2020, 2021 time. But on the main page, on the home page of the website, there were more recent sightings. So they hadn't updated that other page in a minute.
NUFORC.org is the National UFO Reporting Center online database.
Yes.
And there are tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. Tier 1, the most dramatic sightings, strange structured craft or highly anomalous phenomenon seen at close distance, indicated by a bright yellow open link. Oh, sorry, I guess it's not important. Tier 2 is...
Yeah, but it's a bummer that tier 1 includes anecdotal sightings and not... Like, tier 1 should be like, I have photographs or video
evidence,
proof.
actual evidence, not just a story. Yeah.
Not anecdotal. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, tier 2 and 3 could be anecdotal.
Tier 2, objects exhibiting unusual characteristics such as incredible speed, non-inertial turns, unexplainable propulsion, etc. Tier 3 is just other reports that cannot be easily explained. And Tier 4 are reports we feel are explainable by human or natural phenomenon. Explanation are rated as possible,
that is
probable or certain.
Bullshit category.
Yeah, there's a lot in that one. Yeah. But yeah, no, literally, this was January 1st. This is the first of the year. This is just almost 10 days ago. You just sent me this out of the blue, and I didn't react to it or anything. I just saw it and was like, okay, I got to remember that's there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I knew it. I sent it intentionally without sending a text included. Because I could have easily been like, oh, check this out. They talked about this on Coast to Coast. Or so I could have said anything, but I chose to just send you the link.
Okay.
And just be like, I wonder what he says.
I want you to, without looking, of course, I want you to ballpark, since you can't quite remember this, except for doing it. So that was sent. Yeah. That was sent. It was just the link. It was sent on January 1st at 5:15 p.m. I want you to ballpark guess what is the gap between the text before that and the text after that.
You replied to me 2 days later. A random text about something else.
Yeah, not 2 days, but a day and a half. So the after text comes in January 2nd at 12:33 p.m. So almost, 24 hours later, I guess. And then what about the text before you sent the UFO link? What's the gap there?
There's a gap there as well. Has to have been... You said that was at 5 p.m. on the 1st, right?
5:13 p.m., yeah, on the 1st.
Yeah, so it would have been like 15 hours?
I
text you...
actually pretty close. It's
because I text you about
17.
Misery. Yeah.
17 hours before that.
Text you about watching Misery, for sure.
So at 12:30 on the 31st, 12:30 a.m., So I guess it is the first technically. But yeah, that was just our end of discussion on Misery. So there's this huge gap. I wake up, go throughout most of my day, not hearing from you at all, and then random UFO databank, latest UFO sightings website, and then I don't respond for 12 hours either. That's it.
Yeah.
And then I don't ever mention it in a text, and you never mention it either until now, 9 days later.
It's just a thing that was sent once. You should have just went, haha.
No, I felt like nothing was the best response. I was like, I don't even want to look at this. I don't want to acknowledge this thing exists, and I want to wait until you bring it up. That's what I was waiting for.
And I said the same thing. I said, I'm going to hold out and see.
It was a game of chicken, is what it was.
Yeah.
I lost.
Yeah,
I'll bring it up here.
So we have fun.
Yeah,
on
it's good text going on.
Yeah, usually it's, hey, this movie is really fun.
Well, hey, I talked more than just haha whenever you brought up building your own home media server. That was a full-on discussion.
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? There was actually a conversation back and forth. I recommended things. I sent you videos.
Well, yeah, but my side of it was mostly just, I don't understand this, and then that was basically it.
No, you had quite a bit too. Because I had to like scroll past it.
That wasn't me.
Oh, sorry, that makes sense. I had to scroll past it to get to the UFO. I mean, you did keep saying the same thing over again as far as like, I don't understand this, and then I would say something, and then you'd be like, yeah, I still don't understand this.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's what I remember.
But you did say a lot more than just that. It was just a lot of that.
No, I think I get the general gist. It's just, and like I was saying, I also do believe that it's also almost certainly easier than what I think it would be.
Well, that's just life in general, bud.
Because all the technology will do the stuff that it needs to do itself, and I just have to like plug in this stuff to it. But it's just the daunting idea of like, oh yeah, but it seems like a lot to get started.
Yeah.
And the way it seems like a lot to get started is enough that makes me go like, oh yeah, I just probably don't even want to get started.
Well, that's just where like you have to start within your means, you know, either start small or start with like tech you already have, get it to just function. And then if that doesn't suit as far as like storage capacity or processing power or whatever, then you can go from there. But at least you haven't like poured a bunch of money into it first and then like, well, fuck, I don't know what to do and I'm out, you know, $4,000 or whatever. So, but yeah, so good texting times, but that's all we've done. Like I said, we talked about yo-yoing. We talked about a lot of other stuff that I can't remember now. But that's why we don't talk very much on text anymore, because I don't want to talk to you except for face-to-face.
Yeah, and I barely want to talk to you even then.
Well, I know. Trust me, I'm with you, but
no, we I do think an interesting, I guess, thing was I really am pretty dead set on getting a de-Googled Android phone.
Oh, your phone,
next.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Because I definitely don't want to go with another Apple thing. Yeah. They kind of are a bummer, and like everything else, obviously they want to make AI their whole business, and so yeah, I've just been doing a bunch of in my spare time. I have been doing a bunch of research on different de-Googled Androids that run on different open source operating systems and software and all that crap, so that there isn't a actual like backdoor or any connection to Google whatsoever on the phone itself, which seems like the ideal scenario, where it's not Google and it's also not an Apple phone.
Yep. I think the ultimate move was really just to go to like a flip phone. Just like
I've looked at
not even any kind of smartphone at all. I
have looked at quote unquote dumb phones as well, and done research into those, because there are some actual like newer like brand new dumb phones that have like calling, texting. They maybe have like a music or a podcast thing where you can like USB it and like download stuff onto it like that. And that's it. And I've looked at some of that stuff and I've been pretty intrigued. There's been a couple of those that I've been, that I did some research on as well. That seemed kind of interesting. And I was actually dead set on that for a minute. But then I think, like I had texted you a little bit, I was kind of leaning more towards that Fairphone as what I liked. And that thing has like it's actually, some reviews are positive, some are negative, because some people are like, I don't get it. Yeah. But the Fairphone has an actual like dead switch. There's a little toggle switch on the side of the phone where when you flip it, it actually completely locks everything out, and it essentially makes it a dumb phone in a sense, where nothing, it's not connected to anything anymore. Yeah. Basically, you can text from it, and I think you can call from it on that mode, but that's about it. And then you could just turn it off and you can access all of your apps and stuff like that. Right. Like you normally would. So that's what some of the negative reviews are like. So what's the point? You can just turn it off and then, but I don't know. I also like how that phone itself is made and the operating system that it's on. I've read a lot of good things about, like the company that makes that phone made the operating system that's on it. And I saw some other phones just a couple of days ago I was looking at that come with Linux Ubuntu or whatever installed on it for the operating system. And that's kind of intriguing as well, but I don't think that phone was available here. It's only in Europe. Yeah.
But so are the, with the, what was the first phone, free phone or whatever, what was it called?
The Fairphone. Fairphone 6, yeah.
Is messaging like encrypted on both ends? Is it?
I would have to look specifically at that. I'm not, off the top of my head, I can't say. I don't know. Because that's one of the bummers with the like quote unquote Android stuff. Because obviously iMessage is encrypted. Yeah. But SMS obviously is not.
It's not. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. My guess is probably not, but I don't know for sure. I can't say positively. I also think that this phone only operates with like one or two phone carriers currently.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that, you know, unless there's some kind of encryption on the messaging at least, then there's no more security with it as far as backdoor whatever than a Google phone, because you're still operating through unencrypted airwaves and you're still fucked. It's a cool idea, but I'm not there yet. I'm just like, as much as I don't like Apple and everyone forcing AI down our throats, and I'm also not here to back up Apple as far as like, it's the best. It has many, many flaws, and I fucking find it annoying sometimes, especially like minor shit. But I also like that it's at least fairly secure as far as like any kind of viral threats, as that kind of security goes. And then I really, really like the end-to-end encryption with iMessaging, iMessenger. So, because I almost don't like texting people who don't have iMessage anymore. I'll send them like a Snapchat or whatever, which I know is also not encrypted by any means, but you know, at least it's not living on my phone, I guess. It deletes itself, so at least from my phone, it's still out there somewhere, I'm sure. But yeah, so that's and also I'm at the point too where like, if I were to make a switch like that, it would definitely just be to a dumb phone, just to, and not even for the fact of like de-googling myself or whatever the term is that you've talked about before, but also just for the fact of just like de-teching, like de-social mediating myself. Yeah, like it's more for me rather than it is for like my security or you know, privacy or whatever. You know, it's just like, get me, like, don't let me have the access to that. Like, I just take it away from me, because I mean, like you said, you could probably get podcasts another way, less conveniently, like by downloading or whatever, but I just don't listen to as many as I used to anymore, so that's not a huge ordeal for me. And then I would miss like streaming music randomly, but I feel like I would probably just wipe everything off of my iPhone and just keep that as like a music player. Just keep that account, and just use it just for that.
If I were to go the dumb phone route, that's what I figured I would do. I'd keep my
it's like a music player.
Yeah, for that, and probably the podcast as well. And maybe if I needed like a navigation thing for whatever reason, bring that, because you can also, I think you can still hotspot off of some of these things. But anyway,
yeah,
whatever.
But even with navigation is so hard to like not, to avoid Google anymore with that. Have you ever heard of this? Hold on, I just remembered it, and I don't use it enough because I don't know anyone else who uses it. Stalling. God, what was that called? It's a navigation app that uses instead of using addresses, or instead of using like longitude and latitude, it uses words. So, it's called What 3 Words. Have you heard of this?
No.
So the concept of this, and I'm not saying that this is secure. I don't know. This isn't a comparison to say that like it's better or worse than Google. This is just different than traditional navigation apps. But what 3 Words did is they divided the entire globe up into a grid of words. I think it's like 1 meter by 1 meter is like the grid size, like the block size. So instead of giving like an address, like 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue or whatever, right? It gives you 3 words, and those the combination of those 3 words is unique to that 1 meter of Earth. So you can get extremely precise locations without needing to like share like a number or whatever. Like, let's see here, like, just for example, like, give me like, we'll go with like the Gateway Arch, right, in St. Louis. So the Gateway Arch, the 3 words. Oops, I messed it up because I clicked off of it. Hold on. Gateway Arch. Here we go. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Gateway Arch National Park is hammer, image, mice. That's it.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that this is better or worse than as far as security goes or anything like that. But what is nice is that sometimes on like a Google or a navigation app, Apple apps or whatever, all you have is the address of the building, but you don't have like, I'm in a big building that has one address, but I'm not at the front door of that building. I'm in like the back corner office of that building. I can find the back corner office of that building, and its 3 words will be different than the front door's 3 words. So you can send that to someone, and it's a precise location. It's like, I'm here, rather than like, this is the general area. So it's fun. It's not fun. It's nice if you're in like a big festival setting, or like a shopping mall, or hiking, someplace that's like big and it doesn't have like a more precise location than like the front door or the front entrance. But that would be something that if I were to completely de-Google, I would probably keep that. Again, it could very well be part of Google. Who knows? But it's just a different way to navigate instead of like by address. So I think I would probably keep that just for navigation. But other than that, besides navigation, besides music, I think just a dumb phone would be fine.
What would you use to navigate to a like address. Can you?
You can,
because you can't.
You can
also search by address.
You
or can you?
Yeah, you can just put the address
gotcha.
in. But again, that's only going to get you front door.
Right.
Yes. So then once you get to that building or that location or that park or mall or whatever, you can then search on the map. Okay, where is the kiosk in this mall? It's right here. That's, and then it'll give me a 3 words for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice.
It's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's better or worse. I just don't ever use it because I don't have a reason to use it. I don't have anyone that's also using it as well.
For a minute, whenever I was trying to use fewer Google related things, I had switched my navigation. I was going to use Magic Earth. Navigation app. It does not collect data.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs open source off of OpenStreetMaps is what it's called, which is like a collective, like a community creates the map rather than like Google doing its thing where it like maps everything out. This is like a community driven mapping system, open source. Anybody can contribute to it. I found it to be decent from whenever I was using it, which I only used it like one time going to a place that I wasn't familiar with.
Right.
And it seemed like it was fine. But my only issue with it, like the big, huge, gigantic plus for Google Maps as opposed to that thing, is the ability to look at the satellite because if I'm going to like Columbus, for example, and I'm wanting to go to this hotel, it's not like I know where I need to go to park unless I'm I struggle with that. Whenever I'm looking at the satellite image, you can easily see like, oh yeah, that's where the parking lot is. I need to just go and pull into that spot there.
Right.
But if there's not a satellite image, then I'm just like, how do I fucking know where to go when I get there? And so that was my trouble with that and why I stopped using it, because I was just like, I can't imagine using this to like try to get to a place in a city because I can't see where I actually need to go. It'll show me where that building is, but then
the mailing address.
Like, where do I need to go to park? Like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
So I just finally gave up and was like, I just fucking use Google Maps, I guess, if I need to.
Well, and like even with Google though, like for my job, we have our drivers use Google Maps a lot, and like today this just happened where they're given an address from a shipper or supplier or whatever, and that they type that into Google, but that's like the main entrance, like the public entrance, and they need to go to like one of the docks, right? So then they'll get close to the building and have to pull up, like you said, Google Maps just to see like, okay, I don't want to go in the front door or like the employee parking area out front. I need to go in like the back. So where's this at? And one of our guys did that today, and he still went to the wrong docks because it was just not, there's no labeling anywhere, no way to, map it up or whatever. And then he ended up like blowing a tire on the trailer because they put giant boulders on like the side of the drive, and he had to get out of this space that was tight and fucking ran over like one of those things. So if there was even a more precise version than Google, then that would be ideal, because I could have just sent him that, which, I mean, what 3 words is that precise, but no one uses it, so or no one seems to know about it.
Whenever I was driving, that was my biggest. If I was going to a place that I haven't been to before, I would just like obsessively stress about it, and I like couldn't sleep because I would just like repeatedly check my phone and be like, okay, I need to pull into that spot there, and I'd look at the Google reviews, because a lot of times there'd be truck drivers saying like, don't go into this entrance, you need to use the second entrance, and everybody's telling you where to go. Some people take a picture, like a screenshot, and they actually draw the route you need to take and stuff like that sometimes. And so, but if it was a place I had never been, I would just be awake in my truck and I'm supposed to be asleep, and I just couldn't fall asleep, and it would fucking stress me out so much. Exactly. And I would tell the dispatch about it. I'm like, just so you know, like, whenever you send me to like fucking New Jersey to a place I've never been, and it's tight and it's like impossible to get in and out of unless you go the perfect specific route.
Yeah.
And there's no instructions on this thing. I'm like, I don't fucking sleep, and I can't fall asleep, and I just obsess over it, and I just can't
worry about it the whole night. Yeah.
And so I was, it sucked. I hated doing that job, I think.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, if you had something like the link that I just sent you, then you could have just, been given 3 words and it would have showed you exactly where, to pull in. But again, it's also more than just having the final address, like you said. It's about
like there's like oftentimes in those cities like that you have a specific route. Yeah, like trucks aren't you got to go here first anywhere except this one specific way to it. Yeah.
And those maps don't show that stuff.
There was a place in Cincinnati I had to go to once, and I remember getting it, and I looked at it, and it was in like the center of this fucking city, and I'm like, what the fuck? No way. And I text my dispatcher, and I was like, do you ever look at these places that I have to go before I get sent them? And he's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Can a full trailer fit here? Yeah.
And luckily on in the Google reviews, somebody had posted a picture of a paper at the location that tells you the route to take. But it's a paper on the window at this building. Yeah. And so if somebody hadn't posted that picture, then I would have probably just been fucked.
Yeah.
But luckily I scrolled through and I found that, and I found out the one route through these small roads that I was able to take to get into the place. Yeah. And even then it fucking sucked. And then I got to the place, and the place itself was fucking small, and there was no signs or anything. So I'm like walking around to random buildings that are at the location, and I'm like, I don't know if this is where I need to be.
I'm not going anywhere else. Come get it.
People are telling me like, no, you got to check in over there, and I'd go in over there. This guy is like, no, you got to check in down there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. I hated it. That shit fucking sucked. If I was going to like a Walmart distribution center, it was amazing. Well, sure, but wide open. Yeah. Whenever it was like fucking Jersey or Chicago, it's like I wanted to kill myself. So that link that I clicked to go onto this, it has map type. Yeah, I know. OSM, OpenStreetMaps, that's one of the options.
There you go.
So I will say that.
Yeah. Don't say the 3 words that I sent you, because that is my exact address.
Peter Urine Inside.
I mean, hold on. Let's search that.
if that's a real place,
it is, because
that's my exact location.
I mean, that'd be weird.
You think Peter Urine Inside is one?
Well, yeah, no, it has to be, because like I mean, I guess it doesn't
have to be.
Okay, so
of all the words and all the possible sequences, if that's one of them,
they're not using urine or Peter.
Yeah, Peter's the name.
So give me just give me.
They don't use
3 words.
Interior.
Not a name. That can't be proper. I don't think it's proper nouns.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep.
Interior, logic, fall.
Yeah. That is. I'm zooming out. Oh, dang it. Interior, logic, fall. It's 5,000 miles away from me, wherever it is. It is a place. It is in... Oh, you are in Bosnia Herzegovina. And you're just outside of Mostir, off of the A1.
Oh, nice.
Actually, above a little town named Alibegovici. But interior, logic, fall is a coordinate.
That's where I'll go for my next vacation, and I will take a selfie from that specific
In fact,
square.
It is in a field behind a house next to what looks like a set of trees.
You know what we should do, both of us, not just one of us, is both of us should quit our jobs.
Okay, done.
We should get a Sprinter van.
Yeah.
and we should make it the rest of our life's goal to take a selfie from within every square.
That would take forever. It'd
on
be
the app.
There's no way. I mean, not just considering like boundaries and water and stuff, but like I can't imagine how many squares there are.
18.
That's just no. I mean, millions.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Oh God! There is an answer to this. Take a guess.
What? That's it? Take a guess?
Yeah, take a guess of how many squares are on.
Okay.
How many 1 meter squares?
I'm gonna say 319 million.
Not
Too
even
many?
close.
Too few. Too few.
Yeah, by a lot, by magnitudes.
712 billion.
Not even close by magnitude.
328 trillion.
Okay, you're a little bit over now. 57 trillion.
57 trillion.
So
yeah,
that's a lot of selfies.
I sent you my location.
I saw that. Let me see. Let me read yours out loud here.
Yeah. Do it. Read a spot.
Ball suck
see where
fist.
you are.
What? Yeah. So this is something.
Oh, that's not one.
No. I imagine that they kept out like gross words. I guess I assumed not, but
what? Ball and suck are not gross words.
Ball, mound, red. Nope. Ball even one at all?
Fall Hound Reds is one though.
Yeah.
Your Skogsvagen Hordaland.
Skogsvagen. So yeah, that's what 3 words.
Wow.
3 is the number, is the digit, not the word. What 3 words is the app? I like it a lot. I just wish I could use it more.
Drop Mint Send. I found one.
I did look up. It is not a Google company. It is its own company that is a London-based company.
Oh wow. Drop Mint Tend is 20. It's a short distance away from me. I put Drop Mint Send and Drop Mint Tend. So 1 letter difference in the whole thing is only a few miles away. That's pretty wild.
Oh, this is awesome. So sorry, I looked up a random thing. So I looked up soccer field kick. And it's near Ocean Pines, Maryland. It's the corner of someone's front porch or back porch on a well, it looks like a canal or something.
Oh my gosh, I found another one that's like a few miles away.
You just keep typing in random words. They're all near you.
I do. Yeah. But this one is 2 letters different.
So yeah,
from what I typed,
it gets you into like a 3 meter zone, which is pretty tight, So especially like if you're wanting to meet up with someone specifically in a place, you can just send them a what 3 words. Hey, I'm here, and you can navigate exactly to that 3 meter square.
How many squares do you think you've been within in your whole life?
8.
You've been in 8 squares. You've been in and around your home.
Not even. I think my home is probably more than 8 squares. Let's see here. Let's just count real quick. I am curious how many squares my house is now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I've been in like a third of my house. Yeah, if it's only
You've
8.
been in your bedroom and the restroom.
Yeah. Yes, and somehow I skipped. I teleported through squares.
I don't know if this is a good episode or not.
It probably isn't. I mean, okay, let's make it
That's
good then.
fine.
So let's what we really came here to do is
let's get down to the nitty gritty, as they say.
Let's get down to the balls and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
meats and cheeses. If you please.
Balls and cheeses.
We started this 2 months ago?
Yes, I'll say yes.
Okay.
2 months ago.
And we are now going to continue, but not necessarily complete, our journey through the reading of our script, The Stream.
Yes, that's correct. And if you remember, when last we left our heroes, Devin and Dale.
Devin and Dale.
They were doing something. Any ideas?
They were looking for. I think one of them was looking for his phone, right?
Yeah, that's right. So Devin is looking for his phone, which Dale had chucked into the woods like a real prick, because he's like, hey, man, we're old buddies. We're out here to hang out. We're not here to be on our fucking cell phones. We're here to kick back and enjoy the outdoors, the great outdoors. And Devin was like, yo, you can't throw my phone away because I still need to be able to get in touch with the missus, stuff like that. So he's looking for his phone. Meanwhile, we were introduced to a weird old man character who had a bit of an ominous affect about him, I would say.
I agree with
an
that.
aura, if you will. So to have another callback to the last proper episode from Monday,
Mm-hmm.
A callback to last week's pre-show. Well, in a Memento-esque fashion, I think we should pick up, recap at least, like the last bit of description on the script.
Okay.
Leading up to where we left off. So
I was just looking up stream script movie in what 3 words, and it's near Grand Haven, Michigan.
Oh, it's a real one.
Yeah.
It worked.
Okay.
Oh, shit. So that's where we should film.
There we go.
It's a sign.
There it is. Yeah.
Okay, save
Well,
that.
wait, first let's figure out if
location.
if it's in the woods or if it's in like someone's.
It's like a guy's house.
Yeah.
It's the old man's house.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
No, it's probably on like the fucking highway or something.
It's always a field because like everything's a field. Oh my gosh,
everything...
you're absolutely right. I think. Hold on, it's loading.
Oh,
nope.
Right about highway or
Nope.
guy's house?
It's in the middle of the Grand River.
Oh shit! Really?
It's in the middle of the Grand River, like exactly in the middle of the Grand River, outside of Grand Haven, which is right off of Lake Michigan.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
So we're not filming.
So we're not going to film there. Yeah. All right. So we left off. You've recapped a little bit of that. Should we go, how far back should we go?
Yeah, I was just gonna I don't remember who was doing the.
I did the
narrating.
action.
Okay, I'll pick it up then. I figured I was just gonna read the last couple of things.
Okay.
So we left off on page 10, like about 3/4 of the way through page 10.
Yeah.
So to pick up, to jump back slightly to catch us back up to where we stopped, I will read some of this action. So again,
You were Devin last time.
Devin was looking for his cell phone in the woods, and it's getting dark. So, as Devin looks forward and begins to feel uneasy, the sound of a twig breaking is heard off to his right. His head quickly turns toward the sound, and he sees nothing. After a beat, he averts his attention back to the ground. No more than a few beats later, the sound of heavy, quick footsteps through the fallen leaves and sticks is heard. And as Devin looks up toward the sound, he sees what appears to be a very swift silhouette of a large person move behind a tree as the sound goes silent.
Ooh.
Devin takes a few steps backward and jumps out of the tree line back into the clearing. And that, I believe, is where we ended up. And so we're going to cut to exterior near stream dusk.
Continuing on.
Dale is slathering a disgusting amount of ketchup, mustard, and mayo on a hot dog.
Lucky me, I had some Hellman's packets in my back pocket. Long story short, your boy is getting that extra oomph tonight.
Devin, did you hear that?
I haven't heard shit other than your bitching and ramblings of some and the ramblings of some old. Sorry, let me try that again. I haven't heard shit other than your bitching and some ramblings. Wow, I cannot read. Take 3. I haven't heard shit other than your. I haven't heard shit other than your bitching and the ramblings of some old ass crazy loon. My eyes are crossing.
Man, you're not going to get the Dale part if you're reading like that.
Wake up.
There was someone in there.
In where?
In where? Where the hell do you think, asshole? In the woods.
Yeah? Probably that old kook messing with you. Swear to God, if that old codger comes to our campsite to wrestle fuck.
I think this was something else, man. It was bigger than that old guy. Just then, Devin and Dale both hear a distant howl, followed by the breaking of large tree limbs nearby. Devin turns to Dale.
What the hell?
What the hell was that? Oh, shit.
What the hell was that?
That's what I'm saying. There's someone out there.
Of course there's someone out there. Something out there. It's the goddamn woods. It could be anything.
What did the old guy mean by respect his stream?
He said respect the stream.
Yeah, but the last thing he said was respect his stream.
What does that have to do with any of this?
Just then, the two are interrupted by the sound of heavy footsteps just beyond the tree line. Dale and Devin, silent now, slowly back away from the woods. It's nearly night, and too dark to see more than a few feet beyond the trees. Something walks with abnormal weight and stride heard in the near distance. The thing appears to be nearing their campsite, and now they can't distinguish if they are hearing their own breathing or the breathing of the thing in the woods. Suddenly, the old man appears from the tree line, just behind where the two guys are standing frozen in fear. The old man is carrying a blow-up doll. Is this you? Are you going to do the old man or me?
You were last time.
Okay. You fellers looking for someone? The two men jump from the surprise visit only to turn around to a more disturbing sight. You scared the shit out of us, old man.
Yeah, we thought you were something in the woods. Lucky I didn't have my gun on me.
What are you doing out here anyway? The old man takes a step closer to the men before hesitating. I apologize if we gave you boys a fright on your evening together. I told Nancy we should just leave you two alone for the night, but she insisted on having her famous pie brought down for yous. Can't say no to a woman's pie now, can you, boys?
What's with,
Dale gestures towards the obvious blow-up doll in the man's arms. Oh, heavens me, where are my manners? This is my wife, Nancy. The old man presents the doll, who is wearing older clothing, a gray wig, and has visible duct tape patches.
To Devin, listen, I'm not going to let some creep and falling limbs ruin my trip.
Your trip? What the hell do you even need a break from? You work at the gas station and you don't have a wife and kids to worry about.
You're going to put that shit in my face again?
Look, all I'm saying is that there's some weird shit going on out here. Do you not see that? Then the old man says to the doll, Honey, I told you we shouldn't have interrupted these handsome men's evening. To the men, fellas, I'm sorry to interrupt. I didn't even remember to grab the pie. We were out for our evening stroll and thought you two might like some company. Now, how about you boys get naked and we'll play hide the bottle cap?
Jesus Christ. I'm not going to get to relax, am I?
I'm just messing with you boys. You gotta stay loose out here in the woods. You never know what might creep up on you. Or even in you. The old man gestures to the campsite. Mind if we join you for a while? Wet our whistles a little? Before either of the two men could deny the old man's request, he begins to walk toward one of the chairs at the camp. And then cut to external, outside the tent. Night, continuous. The old man places the blow-up doll into one of the two chairs before plopping down in the remaining chair himself. You boys ever heard of the legend of Ryla Falls? Dale and Devin, already confused by their new visitor, look at each other for an answer. Well, lucky for you boys, this ain't the place.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. Just like completely just fuck.
You ever heard of this legend? Well, this ain't it.
Well, lucky for you boys, this ain't the place. However,
Rowley Falls is just up the river from here about 5 miles. Anyways, back in the 50s, this colored fella came up this way and went missing. He came on out with one of his buddies to do some hiking and some fishing and some carrying it on. And that evening, so the story goes, they saw something. The old man gestures towards the cooler. Devin takes note and hands the storyteller a cold one.
Saw something?
Just on the other side of that stream over there. Whatever it was just watching from a distance at first. Them boys were on their way out by that time, and when they looked back, the thing they saw was gone. They started to pick up the pace a little bit, when all of a sudden, the thing came out of the tree line right next to him and swooped that old boy up in his arms, never to be seen again.
The light from the campfire dances across everyone's faces, drawing the listeners in. What happened then? What did the other guy do?
Unfortunately, his buddy just shit in his britches and ran off and presumptively left him for dead. Now, that was the first reported sighting of the animal, or thing, or whatever it is that's out here. But it was damn sure not the last. And I'll tell you what, boys.
We lock on the old man as he becomes deadly serious, pushing in slowly on him as he sits there looking straight back at us.
Out here at night by yourselves, you just may hear something out in them woods. A twig break, some branches busting. It ain't always gonna be a friendly neighbor like me or Nancy here. No, it might be something much worse. And the only thing you can do is keep your mouth shut, and you damn sure better respect his stream.
We see the stunned individual faces of Devin, Dale, and the blow-up doll.
Well, anyway, who knows if any of that's true. You boys have fun now. Me and Nancy gotta be getting back if we want to watch Final Jeopardy.
The old man gets up and grabs the blow-up doll.
I hope I didn't give you too much of a fright. You two seem to have a long night ahead of you.
The old man winks.
We've both had a pretty long day. Devin was just about to grab a dog and call it a night.
I don't have much of an appetite now, thanks.
Don't mind if I grab your wiener for the road then, do you?
What? Oh, no, you can have it.
I made that for you, man.
Nah, it's fine. I'm not hungry.
Suit yourself. Come midnight, you'll want it.
See ya.
The old man leaves.
Oh, wait, pause for a second.
Stop here, or are we going to continue?
We will, but just, I love this whole scene.
Yeah.
I didn't forget about this, but I love also rereading it in the sense that this old man who's crazy and been established as crazy brings a blow-up doll to this campsite in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I love the thing where he tells us this story, draws us all in, draws everyone in. Mm-hmm. And then I think my favorite part of this is that super serious final monologue. And then it cuts to the stunned faces of Devin and then Dale and then the blow-up doll.
The blow-up doll.
And he's like, well, anyway.
It just
who knows?
Completely diffuses it immediately.
I love that whole setup to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows if it's even true? Because it's like a 1-2 punch of that. Because also,
have you heard of the story of Rowley Falls?
Yeah.
Well, this ain't the place.
Yeah, I love that part too, of course. Yeah. It's a good bookend of like, here's this thing, it's not that.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
It's definitely, it's actually probably my favorite part of the whole thing.
I think
that scene.
Yeah.
Is my favorite. I like the monologue. I like the double diffusion of 2 moments. The blow up doll close up's great. Yeah. So continue on.
Yes.
Exterior, near stream, night, continuous. Dale finishes his beer and chucks the empty bottle into the woods and walks to the tree line and begins to urinate. How weird was that? You believe any of that?
What a bunch of hogwash. That son of a bitch can respect my stream.
Exterior, outside the tents, night, continuous. Devin. What do you call her? Nancy? How long do you think he was out there with that thing?
I do not want to think of that right now or ever.
Yeah, might just change that to don't. Because it's even just that, I do not want to think of that right now, or whatever. Dale walks to his tent, unzipping to get inside while Devin puts the fire out.
I'm calling it a night. Tomorrow we'll do a big fire and all that shit. Fishing, hiking, whatnot. I was hoping to do some more tonight, but then you went all psychotron on me and with your damn phone and lured Norman Bates' grandpa over here.
Don't put this on me. Dale gets into his tent and zips the opening closed behind him. Devin looks into the tree line and then realizes how dark it is getting outside, so he goes into his tent as well. Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Continuing on?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still sort of the same scene. It's just later on.
Yeah. Interior, Devin's tent, night. Later. We see Devin fast asleep in his tent. All is quiet. Moments later, as we hold a shot on Devin asleep, we begin hearing the sound, or what sounds like rain beginning to fall on his tent. Devin wakes up briefly to the sound. I hope my phone isn't ruined. Devin slips back to sleep. Fade to black. Exterior, outside the tents, morning. Early morning sun fills the sky. A slight fog lingers from the cool night before. Devin comes out of his tent to find the chairs turned over, the cooler has been tipped over, and its contents strewn around. What the shit? Dale, get your ass out here! Dale comes out of his tent to see the mess, rubbing his eyes and forcing himself awake.
What'd I do? I didn't get that trash, did I?
You made love to a hot dog and drank a single beer. This wasn't you, man.
Should we call someone?
Oh yeah, just let me grab my phone. That's right, you threw it into the damn woods.
Man, I'm sorry about that. I'll help you find it. I just wanted a weekend without distractions.
It's fine, let's just get this place cleaned up. Devin and Dale exit their tents. Next to the entrance of Dale's tent stands a single empty beer bottle with a hot dog stuffed into the opening.
Didn't I...
Devin examines the campsite. Nothing seems to be missing, but everything has been moved around. It's almost like someone was looking for something. Dale joins Devin while holding the hot dog stuffed bottle.
Who puts a wiener in a bottle?
Thought you tossed that.
You and me both.
The two scan the mess and that surrounds them.
Well, looks like your donuts are ruined.
Dale begins to take a swig of the beer he's holding before realizing it is empty and contains a hot dog. We see a box of donuts atop the cooler. Most of the donuts have been crushed, but two remain. The two that haven't been destroyed have been violated with the remaining hot dogs. 4 dogs each have been pushed through their center opening. Let's just get this cleaned up and enjoy the rest of the weekend. We see another Shaun of the Dead-esque montage as the two tidy up their belongings. The mid-morning sun has cleared the fog by the time the duo finish.
I think that's a good place to pause for now.
Yeah,
so,
page 19.
Okay, so let's recap what we've done. So we have established that these two guys are on a weekend trip in the woods.
A heterosexual male friend trip.
Let's see here. We are... Oh, I forgot to... we had an opening... cold opening, sort of opening, with those teen boys in the bedroom searching for online pornography.
Yeah.
And they come across a video with the title, I'm finding it now, My Wife's Overflowing Cream Pie.
Yeah.
And we saw those boys react to that video, which left them speechless. Yeah. Okay, so then
without speech.
Yeah. Then we came into the woods with Devin and Dale. Like I said, we talked about this being a outdoors weekend between the two boys. They haven't spent time together in a long time. Dale is very much of the mindset of let's detach from reality and just be two men out here doing manly things.
Yeah.
Devin seems to still kind of be holding on to outside life or outside of the camp with his phone. He's tied up with his wife or his babysitter, right? His babysitter.
His wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the babysitter. Then we're
His wife is working.
introduced to this old man that comes out of the woods. Warns us about something about the stream. He doesn't really say what it is or who it is.
Yeah.
But just
but you should respect it.
You just got to respect it. Respect his stream. And then we cut to a scene where Dale has become even more fed up with Devin's attachment to his phone. So he just tosses it into the woods outside the campsite, the clearing. Meanwhile, while that's happening, while Devin is looking for his phone, we hear all these twigs. We're reintroduced to the old man who tells us even more of the foreboding story of the area, which I do like that a lot. Plus, it's humorous to an extent. But then the two guys wake up the next morning after Devin heard some what he thought was rain on his tent. They wake up the next morning to their campsite being trashed. And we've purposely put some very suggestive moments in the items that were, as you put it, violated with hot dogs.
That's right.
Foreshadowing, suppose. Yeah, so I think that's a good midway. I don't know yet if we need to add anything or flesh anything out. I think so far, at least in my opinion, maybe tightening up of some lines, or like you suggested, some minor rewriting of a couple of the characters. I think it could also been how I delivered that was not great, but I think a couple rewrites. But I don't think we're to the point yet of needing to add anything. Should we continue on a couple more pages? I think the next scene or two is a scene where I know we've talked about. I'm trying to look ahead a little bit. We've talked about fleshing out one of these two scenes, or maybe we already did. I don't recall. So let's just do the next scene.
Okay.
It's kind of lengthy.
Which will take us to 22, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Or yeah. Okay. 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 Continuing on. Exterior, near stream, day, late afternoon.
So this is later. The previous scene was in the morning.
Nature shots. Devin and Dale both stand on the bank of the stream fishing.
I'm still pissed about my wieners getting desecrated.
They were like $2 for a pack of 12. It isn't that big of a loss.
Man, we're camping. We're supposed to... Sorry, I read ahead. Sorry. Man, we're camping. We're supposed to have flame-licked wieners.
Do you want to run to the store and get another package? It's only like 10 minutes away.
Nah, we're already out here.
Okay, good. Let's just enjoy the peace and quiet. After about 10 seconds, Dale interrupts the silence.
It's just that, man, I was looking forward to them damn wieners.
Dude, let it go. I don't want to listen to you bitch about this all day.
Fine. So how's the old lady? You two getting along all right?
Yeah, we're doing real good. We had the baby just 3 months ago, and since then it's been so hectic.
I bet.
Not in a bad way or anything. It's just, it changes everything. They say it changes everything, but you don't really understand it until it happens to you.
How long has it actually been? It's crazy that you've got a kid now. The guy who was doing 2.5 minute long keg stands is raising a little nugget now.
I know. It's been, 4 years?
Something like that. I think the last time we hung out was when you and Tanya first started dating.
I think you're right. I think we had just been together a few months at the time. Crazy how time's gone by.
No shit.
Oh, damn it. My damn phone.
What?
I need it, now.
Why? We're fishing.
Tanya's going to be furious that I haven't checked in. I told her I'd call before sleep last night.
It's fine. You're fine. Everything will be okay, man.
No, you don't know how pissed she gets about these things. It's really important that I check in or she'll worry herself to death.
Well, after we get done out here, we can go find your precious phone and all will be fine.
We need to get going now.
Nah, man, I ain't even had as much as a nibble yet.
Forget this fishing crap. We can come back to it.
No, forget that phone crap. We can come back to that.
I don't know why you had to throw it in. I don't know why you had to throw it out like an asshole.
Are you still going on about that? You keep coming at me every which way but loose about this stupid phone. It ain't the end of the world.
I'm going back to camp. The sun is starting to go down anyway.
Okay, so we've established that they haven't been together as friends in years, it seems like.
Yeah.
Devin has grown up, or at least, well, I mean, from what we know, he has a past that could maybe be a little bit more immature than what he is now.
Yeah.
And then he's still worried about this phone. His wife may be calling. His wife may be furious that he hasn't checked in. Devin is still not having it. He doesn't understand responsibility, it seems. Devin doesn't understand that, you can't just abandon your family in the woods and not, at least say, hey, I'm okay, or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like all that so far. I thought for some reason I thought this scene actually went on longer than it does, but it's the next scene that does. We don't have to read that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think so far, and we're over halfway in for the amount of pages we have. We're about 2/3 of the way in almost. I think so far it's, like I said, structurally it's okay.
Yeah.
That little middle scene. Did we add that later on? The scene that we just finished here, or was that like sort of?
I believe so.
Yeah, I feel like it was to flesh out.
I believe so. That was one of those things where we had, for the longest time, there was like a ad scene here type of situation on there where we needed one more thing to, because everything up to that point so far had pretty much just been them like bickering.
Yeah,
and so there wasn't really like why are these guys even friends kind of situation.
Yeah, there wasn't like a moment between them.
And so this was kind of like a
I think we have one more, don't we?
Establish a little bit of a past kind of situation.
Do we have one more of those? Like it kind of fleshes out even more, because I want to say that.
Oh, yeah. On their way back to the camp, as they're going back to the camp, they talk while they're walking there.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess should we finish that scene? Just wrap. I feel like we should wrap up that and get to.
Yeah, it'll take us to 26.
Gosh,
page 26.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be like one or two more scenes after that, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and finish out this and just get to the end of this, because I feel like emotionally, if I remember right, it's been forever since we read this. I feel like these are all kind of important to keep together.
Yeah,
tonally.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Continuing on.
Exterior, near stream, evening. Devin is on his way back, and Dale rushes with packaging. Wait, what?
Packing.
Yeah, okay. Reading's hard.
It is.
Devin is on his way back, and Dale rushes with packing his stuff up, and he goes on.
Devin, wait up.
Oh, okay. I'm getting tired too. I was so confused by the wording.
It is.
Devin is on his way back, and Dale rushes with packing his stuff up.
So the scene we just left. So it's Devin's leaving to go back to camp, and I think Dale is packing up like his.
Dale is trying to get his stuff gathered up really quickly.
His tackle box or whatever. Yeah.
To like catch up with him, but I was like so confused by the wording.
It was strangely.
So sorry. You said Devin, wait up. So
Devin, wait up.
Dale hurries up to catch up with Devin.
I ain't trying.
Also worded weird.
Sorry. I ain't trying to mess this trip up or anything.
I know.
I thought it would be just fun to do something like this, just us and no distractions, like it was back then.
I get that, but I'm a husband and a father now. I have responsibilities. I need to, at the very least, be able to let Tanya know that I won't be on my phone much.
Do you remember that last time we were together and she just blew the hell up on you? I think you just put the toilet paper roll on under instead of over or some shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she got pretty drunk that night, I guess.
Yeah.
After a beat, the two spot the old man nearby in the woods, facing away from them. He has his pants down around his ankles, and we can see his urine stream.
God.
The two stop walking and talk in a lowered volume. Oh, shit. Isn't that the old creep that talked to us last night?
I think it is.
I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Looks like he left the old lady back home, huh?
How much you want to bet he has his real wife's dead body at home in the cellar or something?
You think he has some weird Ed Gein type shit going on?
Definitely.
She's definitely not making no pies. Sorry. She's definitely not making no pies I want to be eating. I mean, he's the one making some cream pies with all that doll. With that doll, you know.
With all that
With all that doll.
Okay, stop it. I don't even want to think about that.
Savor that mental image, buddy.
You're terrible. Suddenly, the two are jump scared as they turn around by the blow-up doll facing away from them with her gown raised slightly and panties around her knees.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. The old man hears the two shout and he buckles up and walks over.
The hell is this, You boys trying to sneak a peek of my wife's Meat Valley springing a leak?
Oh, God, no.
Definitely not.
A little privacy would be appreciated, boys.
To the doll.
It's all right, honey. They're leaving. They ain't after your flaky driplets.
Now, why don't you give me and the boys here a minute to discuss what they've done?
Just wait over yonder for me.
The old man tosses the blow-up doll off screen.
Just tosses her.
We hear the sound of the doll landing in some bushes and the clear sound of it slowly deflating. The old man waits for the sound of the long and drawn-out deflation to cease.
I forgot that part.
Now let me tell you something. You boys can have all the fun you want, but when it comes to my wife, well, I don't appreciate when someone ganders at her beef and cheese on rye. We tried being real, we tried being hospitable to you boys, but that frog has hopped off the pad. I don't usually bicker, but I've been hearing your damn telephone ringing out here in them woods. Nancy and I don't much enjoy the interruptions while we're making chicken cordon bleu. Ain't no way I can stuff the cutlet with ham while that racket's happening.
Sorry, I forgot about all of this.
Me too, I did too.
No way I can stuff the cutlet.
So all we're asking is, if you boys are going to be out here in our neck of the woods, keep the technological E-section to a minimum.
After a beat, Devin lights up. Wait, you heard my phone ringing?
Yes. Me and every squirrel in the county. Nancy, too, and she ain't even much for hearing these days.
When was the last time you heard it?
Shoot, it was about, maybe half an hour ago. Maybe less than that. Nancy heard it starting to ring while she was taking a load to her watering hole.
Gross.
No, son, her watering hole is just down the hillside from y'all's camp. Keep your mind out of the swamp for a moment, would you?
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
I should hope so. God's listening.
God's listening.
The old man grabs the belt line of his pants and raises them up, showing full moose knuckle before continuing.
He sees all you do and knows all you done. If you ain't careful, you boys won't be around to keep jabbing much longer. So best keep to your camp for the rest of the visit. You hear?
Sure.
The two watch as the old man walks away and aggressively grabs his doll's arm, and they hear him grunting about getting home soon to her.
All right, that's a good place to stop for sure. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that.
I did too.
What was that? It was, I don't appreciate when, this is the old man, I don't appreciate when someone ganders at her beef and cheese on rye. I don't.
Very mature.
Yeah. Nancy and I don't much enjoy the interruptions while we're making chicken cordon bleu. Ain't no way I can stuff the cutlet with ham while that racket is going on. But I think, not to spoil the joke, but isn't there a moment where we reveal that all of this food is real?
Yeah, they're like actually cooking.
Like it's
in the
not
kitchen.
euphemism. Like right.
I think we might have added something last time.
I feel like we should.
We were on
if we
this.
didn't, we were going to and never did. But I feel like the concept.
And there is like a cream pie and stuff. Too.
Yeah, like an actual like pie. Yeah. And that's the video. And I think that was the concept, is that the teens in the beginning found this video.
Yeah.
I want to say, I'm spoiling the end, but we'll get there eventually. But
spoiler alert.
From my memory, it's like the police were mailed like hunting camera video of this incident. Or something like somehow this tape was put online, and the only place that hosted it or whatever was like Pornhub or something, and it was titled "My Wife's Overflowing Cream Pie." But whenever you watch the video, it is just like a video of an actual pie that's just over that. Like the old man is just proud of his wife's delicious looking pie, but then it cuts to this footage that was recorded over it of the Bigfoot attack, and that the kids are watching this slaughter happen. That was the idea. I think at the end,
I couldn't remember at all how it pays off. So
I think that is.
It's a spoiler alert for me too.
Yeah, it's been up forever, but I think we added it because I think I'm skipping ahead. I want to say that at first the ending was going to be just the struggle and then the 911 call.
Yeah. Yes.
But then we added like a post-credit scene. Yeah. That's what it was. And I don't think don't think we've fleshed out more than that. But anyway, okay, cool. So yeah, but I like the idea that we've been setting up this man as just this perverted, overly sexual guy, and then as soon as Dale calls him out for being gross, the guy's like, "No, her watering hole is this place done by your guys. It's camp."
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, this is coming back to me now. It's been such a long time. So we will pick up next time at the bottom of page 26, outside the tents at night. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's still funny. Of course, it helps if we're actually not asleep, but or falling asleep.
Yeah.
But I really like. I said I really like the old man character. We've always liked him.
Yeah.
And I remember,
which is why he repeatedly leaves and then comes back.
Yeah. But
we got to a point where we had to actually say okay, we can't have him just come back in again.
Yeah, because I think we wanted to. Well, I think he doesn't do that though, or is it just on the phone?
Well, he does at the end. He does at the end.
But it's just a voiceover on the phone. Does he actually come back physically?
I think he shoots.
Well, he does shoot, but I don't know if
I don't remember
if we ever see him.
If he's on camera. Yeah, I don't recall.
No, I think no, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, no, he's definitely on camera again. I'm reading the last couple of pages.
Oh God.
Yeah, okay, but he comes back in a way that isn't just comedic absurdity. Yeah, so it is a different tone for him. But I remember when we first added him, he was just like a creepy throwaway character that we only were going to use once, and then we added the Nancy character because we thought it was crazy. Yeah. Okay. But I still don't know if we wrote the part where the food pays off, so we'll have to keep that in mind because I really would like that if we can, without just shoehorning him in. Figure out a way to get that to pay off where it isn't that the joke is that it isn't just this guy being ornery and creepy, gross, with his chicken cutlet stuff and then his whatever beef and cheese on rye or whatever it is. Even though he did say
flaky drip lips.
Yeah. They hate after your flaky drip lips, or what was the thing before that? You boys trying to sneak a peek at my wife's Meat Valley spring in a leak.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, that is clearly not anything but what he's saying. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Triplets might be the worst.
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's really like, an actual pie and an actual, chicken cordon bleu. But then there's also this, it's for him. It's interchangeable. It's he's putting the ham in the cordon bleu. Oh my!
Well,
we were ate up whenever we.
I'll tell you. I was gonna say, I'll tell you what I'd like to do also at some point. Maybe whenever we finish reading this, maybe just sometime I would like to, because there was like a subreddit, if I recall correctly, that you had found.
Yes.
Where people just upload their scripts.
Yeah, that was years ago. Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember
the vending machine,
or if it was even. Oh no, I wasn't going to bring up a specific one.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember or not whether they were posted for like free use or not, or if some of them were and some of them
there was
weren't.
a subreddit called "Produce My Script" that people would just post their scripts for others to produce if others read it to be worthy of producing. That is, so people would just it was just like a free here it is. Now it wasn't like you get to you would have to credit them and involve them in the process, but they're looking for someone to actually produce their script. Yeah.
I still really like the idea of either shooting somebody else's script.
Oh,
just to try, just to do. So I wanted to do either one of those at some point, or I have a few of those S. Craig Zahler unproduced screenplays that I've always wanted to try to shoot like a scene from or a portion of. I thought it'd be fun to try to do, because I at least have never tried to do something that wasn't mine. Like I've never tried to shoot a script that I had like no involvement in whatsoever.
No involvement, yeah. Whether it's your story or not, yeah. Well, I mean, the closest we came to was like recreating that little montage, but that wasn't from a script. That was just from like the visual.
That was just like copy the shots.
Yeah, that was all that was. Yeah,
yeah.
But I don't know if those on the Produce My Script Reddit are. I mean, I guess we could do it and just never post it. As far as not getting their involvement, like we couldn't post it even for free. As far as that goes, we would just have to make it for ourselves, unless we got some kind of agreement with them and they were involved in some way, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. As I was gonna say, I'm sure there'd be somebody who would probably not really care as long as they could see it before you post it, and then just like obviously give them a writing credit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. I'm sure. Yeah. Or even if it's just like, hey, we're going to post this on YouTube, not for exactly, yeah. And if you want your name on it, fine. If not, then we'll keep your name off of it, and we'll keep our name off of it too.
and we'll post it anyway.
Well, I just mean if you don't want your name attached to whatever it is that we end up making,
we'll just put what's the famous I can't
remember the name now, because I was actually gonna
isn't it like Robert B. Wade or something?
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
I can't remember what it is.
There's one that's like,
I mean, that might not be
the director one, where like if the directors don't like,
yes, that's what I'm trying to think.
But anyway, what I was about to say was I was at a time several months ago before we ended the first season of the regular show, I was going to do a reverse episode where all three films were of the same fake director name. Yeah. Because there were several out there. But yeah, that Produce My Script subreddit is still active, so we can always go in there and look.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I'm fine with making other people's stuff. But I guess just we talked about this last week. When it comes to like what I want to do with filmmaking anymore, like I just want to make my own stuff, or I just want to create story. Like I'm fine with not going through the very tedious and the very just labor intensive process of actually producing, actual production. I'm fine with never doing that, unless it's my own, because I don't imagine anyone else will ever want to make my own stuff. So I'm fine, but like you wanting to do that, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, and I'll help in whatever way I can. But that's just not something that I am drawn to anymore, like at all. I either just want to make my own shit, or I want to make stuff for someone else to make. But like filming and setting up lighting and doing, unless I can find like 8 more people who are really good at that stuff and really into it, I'm beyond the days of doing like 9 different positions and also acting, because we don't have any act. Like that was always the downfall of our other shorts. Was always like, well, we're the only actors and we're the only cameramen and we're the only this, and it just gets to the point where it's just like, man, this sucks because we can't like fully commit to a department or a role or whatever, and absolutely like put everything into it, or put any kind of creative, because we have to stop and also be sound and also be lighting and also be editors and also be the only actor in the fucking thing, and it's just like, God, this fucking sucks. So yeah, if we could find a simple script, which I think we tried to do that once too, then I'm down for that, I guess. But otherwise, I'm at the point now where like I fucking hate setting up a tripod and that's me personally. Unless it's our own stuff, where it's like, we're purely in it because no one else is going to ever, or it's not likely that anyone else is going to ever make it, and I'm okay with that. Then I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't like the professionalism of a 2-man crew?
Yeah.
Where, remember the Deliver Me, the stab, the doorway stab, where you had the blood back under your shirt, with the fake knife that goes into it, and you can hear the pop, and you go, ugh, yeah. And you could not even really see the fucking blood on your white shirt at all from the camera
from
angle.
40 miles away, where we had the camera in your car in my front yard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, it took a while to get that camera like propped up properly.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yeah, I think those days, like I said, unless it's a super fun script that's like one person and also 1 to 2 locations, I'm just so beyond that. I wish I still had that drive to do every aspect.
And those locations need to be like living room couch and
it's
outside by road.
And that's the thing that's the thing even with our own scripts, but with other people's scripts, it's or with anyone's script, I guess, it starts to get like it starts like those thought processes of, this is not the place that I really wanted, or this is not the acting that I really wanted, or this is not, whatever it is. For me, I'm speaking only for myself, start to like eat away at the fun of it, Whereas if like it's a fucking short film about a box that glows, or about a killer who eats a pizza and slices off his, victim's flesh and puts that on the pizza, like, those are fun because it's like no one's ever gonna, see these things or whatever. But I guess, I mean, the same can be said with producing someone else's script. If it's not for anyone but just for us to, I guess, do something, then fine. But if I'm going to do something, I would much rather just work on bringing our shit to life. But that's me. I'm not going to say no to you. If you need help doing something, then I'll definitely step in and help where I can.
All right. You'll be like, did you write this thing? And I'll say no, and you'll be like, okay, then I'm
out. Fuck you, I'm out. Yeah.
Good luck with a 1-man crew.
Yeah. Because like I said, there was a time where I loved the idea of like I did that, like the short films that I made in college and in high school. It was like you did every, which, I mean, you're aware of that too. You do everything. You do every, you're the actor, the director, the fucking writer, the editor, the camera guy, the sound guy, and then at the end of the day, it's like you've juggled 9 plates and you dropped 8 of them. You know, and you're like, oh, I guess that was something. I don't know. So I would much rather just be like, you know, if we find a script from someone else, or you find a script from someone else, and you know, you or other people that we get involved, if that's a possibility, allow me to only be 1 to 2 roles in that production, then I'm in. But if I have to be more than fucking 2, I'm just like, oh god, I'd rather just do my own thing, you know. Spend that effort bringing my own stuff to life rather than someone else's. Fuck them, I guess. There's just, you know, sit on some shelf for 12 years and rot. I'd much rather be like, you know what, if we're going to do every aspect of it, I'd rather be our own or my own, you know. So just because I also know that otherwise mine will just sit on a shelf for 15 years and also not get made.
Yeah.
So but if it's something as simple as like just like recreating a scene that already exists visually, like we did with the montage and, you know, you're next. Yeah. That's super easy, you know, but that also flexes a fun muscle of getting to set up a camera, getting to do lighting, getting to do those aspects of things. But at least having a goal.
Yeah, our coffee version of those shots,
it was good, I thought.
which cost like $10 total is what the cost of our version was,
right? Yes,
as opposed to their like gorgeous, like well shot.
And it still took us like what 4 hours to fucking do it too.
It took a long time, and we were like, and meanwhile they just set something up and fucking shot it really quick because they just needed to.
Well, because they also weren't 2 people in a fucking apartment. You know, they had a whole crew of people to do that. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. It's just like I do miss the me who could do all that filmmaking stuff, but I'm also just like, fuck, that was a lot of work and a lot of hours, and I can barely stay up like 10 hours anymore, let alone the hours we used to put in where it was like 4 a.m. and we're still going, you know. But I'm down to do whatever you want to do. It's just, like I said, I'll have to limit my contribution to I just want to focus on like one thing, like either acting, which I suck at, or you know, just lighting, or just camera, or, you know, just editing, whatever it is, you know. But that also makes it harder for you because now you have even less of a team to do it with. Like I said, unless we can find like 5 or 6 more people who are willing.
Well, I really want to try to get more involved on writing, because at least that's like the thing that you can just do by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Just anytime on your own with your laptop, and then, or even just a notebook if you don't even have that. You can just do it on your own. You just make up something and then write it down. But what I don't like is, but then what?
Yeah, where like, it just stops. That's the end, and you're like, okay, well, I did that. Great. Who cares? Because
I want to either do something that we can do, but then I put like the mental restraint on what I'm trying to do, and then I just hit a roadblock instantly because I'm like, we have no location.
I have a couch and 2 people.
No money. I'm like, what the fuck can I do that is interesting and hasn't been done ideally? Or if I don't want to put any of those restraints on myself, then if I were to write something and finish it, then what the fuck do I do with it then?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I feel you, because I have a couple of those already that are like commitments.
Everyone and their mom has like their fucking screenplay that they have sitting there, and they're trying to get it to somebody. And but I don't even like what. So what do I do with mine now that it's written? Why would anybody care about this one more than somebody else's who is probably way better? Yeah. And then like, where do I even begin anyway? I don't know.
Yeah. And that's where I'm like, if I'm going to put any effort into making anything, it may as well just be my own, because I don't know any other way to get my shit to, you know, any kind of stage beyond a piece of paper than that.
Yeah,
you know?
Same. And then I go back to square one, which is, okay, so I'll think of what I can feasibly do.
Well, but I think that
which means
that's where we have to because I agree, like that's such a constraint that the constraint ends up like being the detriment, like the prohibitive factor. But that's where I think you just have to write, and then figure out.
You hear stories like Robert Rodriguez writing El Mariachi, and he was like, "Well, I had this like guitar case, and I had like a pet turtle, and then I just made up this thing." And then you're like, "Okay, cool." But then you also had like access to this entire town, and like the police were helping you with it.
That's where you have to just write with some constraint, in the sense that like, okay, you know, I know where a cemetery is, or I know where like a woods is, or I know where like an abandoned grocery store parking, or you know, that kind of stuff. But the other part is that you still need people, and that's just something that like we'll have to like eventually start to be like, hey, I need you to just fucking hold this camera, or I need you to just, you know, walk across this, or like a friend, or even like going on social media, Reddit, and looking for local crews. You know, luckily,
I was gonna say the cool thing is that
you're in like a little bit bigger place.
This is, and there is a college in this town as well, and then also, like even where you are, there's nearby places that have colleges where I'm sure there's probably people who could or would potentially be interested in doing something. There's not an acting department near me, but no, I don't. There might be here. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
There have been, and very occasionally are like productions that go on here.
Oh no, sure. Well, and even then, it's like you know,
it's like a Tubi movie, but it's still
it doesn't matter.
It's still being
they're
shot.
still making it, right?
Yeah.
You have a closer access to a larger population, whereas like if I wanted to make something, I would at least have to go an hour away, and there's nothing between me and that hour away destination. You know, so it's convincing people to make that trip, or me make that trip, you know, every time that we want to do anything. So whereas in your location, I'm not saying that like you're like in a hustling, bustling, you know, super dense city or whatever, but it seems like you at least have something where it's like, you know, 20 minutes away, we can meet at a coffee shop, or meet at like a, you know, Barnes and Noble or something, and you're not wasting everyone's day just simply driving. you know, so that's a little bit easier, but yeah, you just have to start there and just realize that we're going to need more people. Money's not really a thing that's necessity right now. I mean, it definitely helps, sure, but you know, there's ways to do that as cheap or as free as possible. But yeah, it's just
helps
people.
Whenever
People's the thing.
The IRS isn't just stealing from your bank account.
Well,
too.
Definitely, right? Yeah, that's a big thing. But that's all like in the short term right now that you're dealing with. You know, that's not. There has to be a script finished first. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Is that, you know, I would love to make stuff more often, but I also just know my life doesn't allow that anymore. I wish I was still 20 and I didn't have any responsibilities, and you know, and you're not in that same boat either. Yeah. Like you're just like me. You have a job and a life, and you know, it's a full-time schedule just to live. So we'll just have to not.
Yeah, and there's nobody here that I interact with in which I would want to interact with outside of like a workplace setting.
Well, that's
so that's another big issue, is that I literally don't talk to anybody. I talk to you and my girlfriend, and occasionally might text one or two other friends from my hometown.
But that's where I don't have
else.
anyone here that anymore, because they've all moved away, or we stopped talking. That would be film specific. You know, the people that I talk to are a completely different craft, a completely different industry. But that's what I'm saying, is that whenever you have something, or whenever we have something that's done or about done, ready to commit to, I think you will have an easier time putting that out in the world and asking for help. Hey, come help me make a movie. You know, and that's where you meet the people who only want to do that. So you're not going to work trying to find like the one guy who maybe knows what a movie is. Instead, you're having the people who only care about you making a movie come to you. And then maybe that forms a friendship, or maybe it's purely just we're only talking about this, and then whenever this is over, we're never talking again.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be helpful in finding those people, is to have the thing already ready to go. Instead of like, hey, I like movies. Do you like movies? Let's talk about movies. And then 6 years later, it develops into like, let's make one.
Yeah, and they're like, everybody fucking likes movies, you asshole.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, that's the struggle, is just people. That's always going to be the detriment to living out in the middle of nowhere, is just not having access to anyone. Because even if you find like 2 other people who have the time and commitment to being a part of it, out here finding 2 people is already hard, let alone 2 people who are committed to it and can do it every day and aren't also dealing with jobs and lives and bills and kids and whatever else. So
yeah, and then like these fucking idiots are giving me, like, I have this fucking Sasquatch script of these dumbasses near a stream that they want me to fucking be in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I have a fucking mortgage and 3 kids.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah,
I think there are people out there who just want to do something fun and they don't know what to do. So if you provide that for them and say like, hey, I can't pay you, and like, I'm not saying this is going to be great, but we'll try to get into like some film festivals just for fun. But like, let's get together on the weekends and just like make a movie, as slow as that takes, whatever that timeline is, right? Like, no, like we gotta have it done by March 1st to enter this festival. It's like, no, if it fucking takes 8 weeks to shoot because we can only do it on Saturdays, then fine, but that's just where you'll have to have the thing already, and then somehow, I don't know, like a local subreddit or message board or something, just start putting feelers out there and be like, hey, anyone like to make a movie for fun? And just be like, I know this sounds awkward and weird because, we're like all adults now, but you just want to like make a movie, and trust me, you're going to find weird people that are like, that happens in the haunted house industry all the time. You find not like bad weird, but just like,
yeah,
I know why you don't have friends.
Yeah.
But I'm here to be that friend. So as long as we get together and work on a common goal, and then, like I said, once that common goal is over, you just don't talk to those people.
Tomorrow, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We here at home have planned a Nolan Fest.
Oh, nice.
And plan to watch Following, because
cool.
My partner has never watched it.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to watching that again, because I don't think I realized how cheap that movie was. Obviously, I knew it was like a really cheap movie, but
student film,
I did not know it was made for 3,500 pounds. And it was shot over the course of a year on weekends.
Yeah.
They would work, and then on the weekends, maybe even
You've
just
seen it, though?
one day that weekend. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's been years. Like, I think high school was when I watched it last. So I'm really looking forward to watching that again, specifically. Memento, because my partner has seen it, didn't like it, hasn't seen it in a long time, so long that she doesn't really remember any of it, ironically. And so this is, I always, so I'm planning on that being another in our series of, she sees a movie a long time ago, doesn't like it, I tell her it's really good, she watches it again, and then she realizes that it's really good.
Yeah.
Because that's a running theme. So I'm hoping Memento becomes one of those. We're going to do Inception.
Oh, okay.
And Dunkirk. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Because those are also both movies that she has seen, and she was like, eh. And I'm like, these movies are fucking great. You're crazy.
I want to rewatch Inception because I liked the ending. I like the concept. But to me, I'm also I'm not fully in camp meh, but I'm definitely not like blown away by Inception.
So you're between meh and that was really good.
I would say I'm more like I'm between meh and like that was okay. Like I'm actually like further down as a whole, but as like I love the concept, and I love like the ending, not just like the looking at the thing spinning,
Yeah.
but like the ending resolution to the story. But as a whole, I need to go back and rewatch it because I know that I guess I was expecting more from it as a whole when I first watched it. So I think I've only seen it once, at least in full. I mean, I've maybe seen bits and pieces on TV or something like that, but definitely need to go back and watch that again.
Yeah, I've been wanting to rewatch it. I haven't seen that also probably since high school, but I really liked it.
Dunkirk,
I've seen it.
Fantastic.
I've seen it a couple of times. Yeah, Dunkirk I really like. I haven't seen it. I've maybe watched it once since the theater. I don't remember.
Yeah, I haven't.
But it's been a while. But so yeah, I'm excited to see how that plays at home. I'm sure it's great still because it's just a good movie. But yeah, I'm excited. I didn't know also until that podcast I listened to about Memento, because one of the co-hosts, both of them actually, specifically talked about how they're like, I miss this Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Like
restrained,
small, constraint. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The co-host Lindsay said that she's the one that specifically said that, and then Chris, the other co-host, the one that I said kind of reminds me of you, not in personality per se, but just like how he talks about things. I think reminiscent of you to me. But he actually cited an interview with Nolan from someplace where he talked specifically about that and how he said that I had never heard it before, but I guess Nolan says that he feels it's his duty to continue to make like a bigger and bigger movie each time, because he said that so few filmmakers get the luxury of having a chance to do that.
That's fair. Okay.
That he feels like it would be wrong for him to not continue to do that whenever nobody else or so few people have even the chance to do it.
Disrespectful of the opportunity not to take it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And I thought that was really interesting. I'd never heard him say that before.
I like that perspective on things. Yeah.
But yeah, I've also thought a lot about that, how, because obviously after Memento, he blew the fuck up.
Oh
yeah. With like, I think Batman Begins next, or was it, I don't know the timeline. I don't know if it was like Insomnia. I think Batman Begins was before that though. Cause, Memento is 2000. I don't know when The Prestige was.
Prestige was
I don't know
then.
the order.
Prestige was
I don't know
before
the
Batman.
order of those. Then maybe Prestige was his next movie then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 2006. Was there that long of a gap?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. I think he's a really interesting filmmaker, and I'm really excited to watch Following again. Memento, and then Insomnia was after that in 2002. And then Batman Begins, and then The Prestige, then The Dark Knight, Inception, The Dark Knight Rises. See, I like whenever a filmmaker does that sometimes. The one for me, one for them.
Yeah.
Batman Begins, The Prestige, The Dark Knight, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, Interstellar. And then he's at a point where it's like, I can fucking do Dunkirk, and then Tenet, and then Oppenheimer.
I can do whatever I want now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Insomnia might be one I haven't seen, actually.
I would be willing to rewatch it, but I remember not being a fan.
Maybe I have seen this, and I just don't remember anything about it.
Because Al Pacino, and it's Robin Williams as well.
Yeah, the trailer looks familiar.
I think it was around the time I watched Memento, I went through a little, like a high schooler discovering Christopher Nolan movies phase, and I watched The Prestige and Insomnia because I wanted to watch all of them except Batman, because I knew I watched The Dark Knight, but I didn't watch the other ones. Or I think Inception was either coming out or had just come out around this time. And I kind of realized, like, I don't know if this Christopher Nolan guy is for me, because I'm kind of not liking most of these movies. except Memento. I loved that one immediately.
Yeah, so I went Memento. I guess maybe because Prestige definitely came out after Batman Begins. But I guess I don't know if I watched Batman Begins whenever Batman Begins came out. I think I might have watched Batman Begins before I watched The Dark Knight. So in my order, it was Memento, The Prestige, and I absolutely loved those two. I mean, those, especially The Prestige. And then I think that's what, and then of course, The Dark Knight was fine. I think I mentioned this before on the show. Like, not a huge fan of Batman, but his version of it was enjoyable enough, especially The Dark Knight. And then I watched Inception. So Dark Knight for me was like the first, I guess, commercial IP movie of his that I watched, right? Like I said, I might have watched Batman Begins. I'm just going to count those all as like one movie, like one big movie. But it was really like Memento and The Prestige first. So by the time that I got to Inception, where it wasn't an IP that existed already, I was expecting, I guess, something more. And I just, and not that like it's, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But that's where I'm like,
what did you watch following?
That might have been around like Inception time, I think. Yeah, maybe even like after The Dark Knight Rises came out. But yeah, that wasn't that early on. Because I think I watched Doodlebug like around the same time.
Oh yeah,
as following. Yeah, so I guess that's just why like I was expecting. But I think the issue with Inception was that like that was also the first film, again, that wasn't like a pre-existing IP, where he felt not as restrained as he had in the previous two films that I watched. And maybe that was like the shift for me personally, where that was why Inception was just like because it felt like he did such an amazing job with Memento and The Prestige. I mean, I guess I feel like those words don't quite convey my feeling for Inception either, because it feels like I'm like shitting on it. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, but it was also like I just felt like it was too, I don't know, like stiff, I guess. I don't know how to really explain that. Like, it didn't feel like it was rough around the edges like Memento did. I don't know if that's because
I think I follow you.
He was, he had like actual tools now, and actual like big name stars, and budgets, and the CG,
incredible VFX.
Yeah, like it was all that kind of stuff, and which makes the movie awesome. But it also was. I mean, there's also awesome practical things happening in that film too, like practical sets and practical effects. But yeah, I guess it was just like the simplicity of Memento, and also somewhat like the simplicity of The Prestige, even though it also has a larger budget, I'm sure, than Memento. But then you come out of Inception, and I go to Interstellar, and that movie's like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my entire life. So I don't know, and clearly he had like a bigger budget and bigger special effects.
Yeah, my partner's also not into Interstellar.
She's wrong.
She hadn't seen it, and I finally showed it to her a few years ago, and she was like, "Yeah, this is boring."
I feel that. I mean, I guess it's a more enjoyable story for me than Inception.
I find I can see it being boring, especially it takes a while for it to finally like all of the exposition and setup in the beginning. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a
that
lot
I don't really mind it.
No, I don't either.
Per se. But I can definitely see that being really boring. But I think once it gets into space, it's just like fucking fantastic.
Yeah. And the score is like insane.
Yeah, the docking scene I think is one of my favorite scenes ever.
So, but yeah, I could see how it's definitely slower. It takes a lot. There's a lot to swallow with Interstellar before you get to the good part for someone who isn't fully in on it. But I liked the story more than Inception, so I was already okay with whatever happened, And then after that, I haven't seen Tenet yet, so I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that was the movie theater comeback.
That's right.
Film, and I went and saw it in theater alone.
Came back.
Nobody else was there.
Came back.
And yeah, I was like, fucking hell, this is no.
That's what I've heard.
That's how I
That's
felt.
why I
But
haven't seen it. Yeah.
It is easily my least favorite movie of his, I would say. Robert Pattinson's fucking great. There's like a I don't know. Yeah, it's just like so convoluted. I was just like, I don't even fucking understand, and I don't even know if I want to understand what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
But things are going in reverse now, I guess,
Cool.
and you're able to
Yeah.
do that, and it's some of that stuff's pretty cool looking, and there's a lot of like impressive, like they are doing this choreography this way also, where they're going like in reverse.
It's all just like surface
and,
stuff.
like, it's
from what I've heard.
So, a lot of really cool stuff like that and everything, but I was just like, man, this is so convoluted and it's not explained well, in my opinion, from what I recall.
Yeah.
And maybe if I watched it again, I'd be like, oh fuck, I was wrong, and I just like was not in the mood or didn't know what to expect, and this wasn't what I was expecting. But my memory of that movie is not good. It was not very
well,
bad
see, but
movie.
you're in the position of your partner with that film, as far as, you got to force yourself to watch it again. And
well, yeah, but I also think I'm more negative about that movie than she is about any of these other movies. I think
okay.
Like Memento and Inception and Dunkirk.
She's already kind of mostly there.
I think the vibe that I got anyway from where she was talking about it was just where she was just like, they didn't really do it for me. It was fine.
Fine. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Not this is horrible or this is unwatchable. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Tenet was, I thought it was just, the writing was really not good.
Right. That's fair. But that's a big, but your
like
reaction
Michael Caine that gets fucking shoehorned in there for one scene, and I'm like, come on, man, of course. And I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about.
Your reaction to it, along with several other reactions I've seen from anonymous sources online, is a big reason why I just haven't watched Tenet yet. I just don't want to.
I would genuinely, I would love it if you watch it and you're just like, that movie is fucking incredible.
You gotta watch it. Yeah.
I would really love it if you did that, because then it would make me really want to watch it again.
But has that happened in our friendship?
You tell me to watch something?
No, that I absolutely love something that you didn't. It's usually the other way.
I don't know about absolutely love. There's definitely.
Is there anything that I've
liked
that you didn't?
I'm pretty sure.
Name it. Name 5. Go.
Tell me now.
Prove it. You liar.
I
can't think of anything. I mean,
no.
Sure. Sorry. Let me say this. Not counting like genres that you already don't like.
I was Rocky Horror.
Exactly. I knew that was what you were going to go for.
But I also I liked Wicked. I thought that was really good.
But I think that's the exception, though. I think you don't like most musicals. You happen to like that.
I don't like most musicals. I like La La Land. I like Dancer in the Dark. If you count that,
a little bit on the musical part of it. There's music in the movie.
What? Okay, fine. I liked other ones.
Yeah, but I haven't seen La La Land yet, so I can't say that would be one that that you like and I don't.
So your comment doesn't even stand up to scrutiny.
My comment is ones that I have liked. Sorry, my comment was ones that I have liked and you don't like. So Wicked, we both like. La La Land, I haven't seen yet. So Rocky Horror Picture Show is the only one so far that matches that, and I think that's not a fair one, because that's a really weird one to even for me to even say.
Well, I was going down a separate rabbit hole of musicals that I like.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
Because musicals are absolutely not a genre that I prefer, but there's definitely still
there's always outliers. Sure,
there's still some good ones. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm sure there's some that I can't think of that you're a fan of that I also was not very into.
I just can't. I'm not saying there aren't either. I just can't think of what they are. And I also don't know if I can name any that that you liked and I didn't, but I know there are those movies because we talk about them a lot.
Yeah, and then there's also definitely some that I'm more positive. Like The Northman, I'm definitely more positive than you, but even though I don't think it's a great movie.
I need to, but I also admit that
good.
I think that was just the wrong mindset to be in after watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I just want to watch it again.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah,
it's also very much like going into his first like big budget movie. I'm expecting more, and it ended up being like a very simple, just like, oh yeah, they got killed and then he's getting revenge and then he finds them and then they have a battle and then he wins.
Yeah.
And so it was a very straightforward linear thing, and it wasn't like a psychological thing like The Lighthouse, which I like more than you.
Yep.
Or like a disturbing nightmare like The Witch, which we both like.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Prometheus?
I don't know. Yeah, Prometheus is great.
I need to watch it again because I fucking hate that movie.
And I'm definitely an outlier. I don't know anybody else that likes it other than myself. But no, I'm sure there's something somewhere that
we keep saying this, like but until we figure it out, I think we're both just making it up.
We've named some that I like that you don't.
Sure, yeah, that's true, yeah. But I don't know of ones that I absolutely like. Like I said, I knew you were going to say Rocky Horror, but I really think that's universal. I think that's a movie that it definitely is not as universally loved as a film. The songs, maybe, the characters, those are all different elements. But as a whole film, I don't think many people actually do like that. As far as like the mainstream goes, it's only become mainstream because the fucking cult following of it has survived so long. But it's not a movie that everyone likes, and I totally get that. So I wouldn't even argue the fact that like you're wrong about Rocky Horror Picture Show. I would never make you watch it again and be like, no, you got to see it from this angle, man. You got to understand it. No, it's like, I get it. You don't like it. That's fine. But I think it seems like everything else though, we either agree upon or you like more than me.
Yeah. Agree. Or there's like a
slightly even
variance in our similar feelings, but one might be a little bit
you're
more.
Always at least more positive on it. At least slightly. It's at least more often. It seems like I can't think of anything that like I'm like I love this, and you're like it sucked. I just can't think of those. So they're rare is what I'm saying, and they're at least not non-existent, just rare.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stop this episode, and then we're gonna think of like 8 of them.
Right. Yeah. Well, I hope that you do watch Tenet and then eventually, and then tell me like, yeah, the movie is fucking brilliant. Like, I don't know. That's really what I want. I would love it if you were like, I don't know how you didn't like this movie.
That's a lot of pressure. How about this?
Well,
not just about
Tenet. A lot of pressure.
Well, yeah, because that now I have to go watch it and now I have to like it too.
Well, no,
I would just love
definitely not. But I was just saying, I would really love it if that were your reaction to it. Yeah. I don't know if it will be or not. I'm sure you probably won't like it for similar reasons to me and others, but I would love it if that wasn't your reaction. That way it would incentivize me to watch it more soon.
Is Barbie one? Did you like Barbie?
No, I really like Barbie a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Have you seen the Lego movie yet? No. That's one. I think that is one where I know you haven't seen it yet, but I feel like you're not going to like it, and I'm going to probably argue
why. Why would I not like it?
Well, one
without spoilers,
one of the characters in it, you don't like the actor at all.
Oh yeah, Will Ferrell's in it. I know.
Yeah, but he's only in it at the.
He's not. He's in Barbie also. I love Barbie,
and he's in the Lego movie less than Barbie.
Yeah. In fact, Barbie is like a big exception to that rule because I usually.
But it's not a Will Ferrell film. He's just in it, so that helps a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I feel. I feel him not being on screen in Lego Movie would help because I feel like him being an idiot as a Lego character would be
that's not it.
More beneficial than
But that is one that for years now I've been like, this movie is fucking amazing, and I can't wait for you to watch it so I can explain how perfect it is. And
well, I think it would be great if I finally watched Last Voyage of the Demeter, and I'm like, that movie is fucking trash.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet? I thought you had seen that.
No.
Oh man, that movie was good.
No,
too.
I haven't. I want that to be the one that I don't like that you do.
Yeah, I
want that. I'll just judge it off of that weird AI generated cover artwork.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
Say that it
so
sucks.
I'm trying to real quick, and then we'll end here. What are some? Give me like 2 or 3 movies that you don't like.
Tenet.
Well, yeah, but that's already been discussed. That we haven't talked about yet.
Let's see here. Movie that I don't like.
Because I think if I have more of a list than just Tenet, I'll try to watch multiple of these, and hopefully one of them.
The Prestige.
Hits.
The Prestige.
It's a great movie.
I don't like The Prestige.
Really? Well, you're wrong. Okay.
I probably am. It's supposed to be like an incredible
Why
film.
don't you like it? It's not perfect by any means.
It's been so long that I barely remember anything about it. I just remember it ending, and I feel like I vaguely remember the quote unquote surprise ending or whatever, or reveal.
Right.
And I remember being like, okay.
Fair. No, that's fair, actually. Yeah.
And then I've never watched it again since. And I remember Christian Bale talking in like dark lighting, and
being you're nailing it.
And I'm like,
you're not wrong
that's
yet.
Fine. Sure.
But I also wouldn't say.
But I haven't seen it, or I don't remember enough about the movie to articulate very well at all, like any specific reasons why I don't like it. I just remember like the feeling afterwards was negative.
So, but what I'm trying to find though, I'm trying to find a movie, because I don't think I could argue all those points that you just said. I agree with. I still just enjoy the movie. But I want to find a title that I want to actually argue the merits of it against your...
And then next week's pre-show will be Will versus Thomas movie debate.
Yeah, because so far, even with The Prestige, I really can't argue the points that you've made. You're exactly right. Like, it is dark. It's kind of slow. There's not really much to it. And then there's the ending that's just like, oh, okay.
Did you like Pacific Rim?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't like that one.
I don't. Well, and that's the reason why I haven't seen it, because I don't think I'm going to like it.
I think you're more positive on the new Frankenstein than I was.
Fair, yeah. But I also
Del Toro's.
Can't argue the points that you made against it either. I agree with those. I guess I'm just not argumentative about this stuff. About
because also
subjective
it's just
things.
like, yeah, you're allowed to also
that's what it is.
Think that's not good.
Yeah. But I definitely want to find that movie too. Whatever that movie is, whether it's Tenet or it's some other film, I want to find the film that I'm like, no, you have to see it, or like you don't understand, or because I have had those conversations with people before. I've even had, I think, with you, conversations about why something is bad, like why I think something's bad, and you're like, no, this is great. I'm just like, no, this is, yeah. So I want to find that one that, or at least one that is, I'm more positive about it than you are.
Didn't I show you Pop Skull? Did I?
Yeah. It was okay.
Haunted house. Really angsty.
Yeah. That's just not my stuff.
Haunted house.
But I didn't like it more than you. That's the point.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just kind of wondering, I think, and I didn't remember what you thought of it if I did show it to you.
It was fine. But I don't really remember much about it. I remember having like okay, that was cool reaction to it. Mm-hmm. I admired the independent nature of it.
$2,000.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
We'll find it. Ghostbusters 2.
Maybe.
What's your thoughts on Ghostbusters 2?
I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I remember enjoying it when I was a kid. But maybe I'd watch it again now and be like, yeah, this is garbage. This fucking...
No. A rewatch doesn't count. It has to be original hatred only. original hatred. If you've changed your mind
After Earth.
Oh, that's great. I hate that movie so much. I've only seen parts of it. I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, it's not good. You haven't seen Knock at the Cabin yet,
no.
have you? That's not one I really liked it a lot, except for the ending. Movies I don't.
I'm sure there's one out there. Well, like I said,
The Village. I've told you about my complicated history with that, where I went
The
from
Village. I don't like the ending at all of The Village.
Yeah, same. I went from not liking the movie whenever it came out to later on liking it and being like, I was wrong. This movie is actually really good. It's like a
I
really
should
great
rewatch it again.
like romance.
Yeah.
And then revisiting it last year or the year before during M. Night Shyamalan-a-thon and being like, this movie's not very good. I was wrong. I was right originally.
I was right the first time. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff about it that I really like. I love the setting. I love the look.
Yep.
It's one of the best scores ever written, and I will stand by that. And nobody talks about that. The music is fucking incredible, and I used to do homework from school listening to that score. But I even like some of the performances. Like
the creature design is awesome.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is great. I fucking love those creature designs. I wanted one of those costumes really badly, but they didn't seem to ever exist. And but then it just falls apart. And then I don't care what anybody wants to say about the dialogue being like bad. I don't really have that big of an issue with it, really. Like the old English quote unquote dialogue. But no, I don't know.
The Happening?
I like The Happening.
So
it's fucking bad, but I do really enjoy it.
I love the idea that it's supposed to be like that. Whether that's a conspiracy or not, I like the idea that it was intent.
That's me and my partner had to talk about that after we watched it during Shyamalan-a-thon. She was like, yeah, this movie is just like a bad 50s sci-fi movie, and like it's got the fucking vibe and it like the characters and everything. Yeah, no, I do like that movie. I really hate After Earth, but I don't know. I'm
Forrest
sure.
Gump.
Yeah, it's fine. I've never seen Shawshank Redemption.
I don't think you would hate that though.
I don't either. I'm sure I wouldn't. It seems like one of those movies that you can't hate. I mean, obviously somebody somewhere hates anything that you can think of, but Shawshank just seems like one of those completely universally beloved movies on just various scales of love.
Have you ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I don't think I've ever seen it beginning to end.
Oh, really? Okay, never mind then.
My mom loves that movie, and I've definitely seen it in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed what I've seen, but I've never watched the whole thing. I've never seen Raising Arizona.
That's a good one.
I've never seen Miller's Crossing.
I didn't like that as much as I thought I was going to. Miller's Crossing.
I've always wanted to.
A friend tried to sell that to me as the best thing ever created, and I was bored from frame one. So I need to watch that again.
Is it the fault of the overselling?
It could have been, yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's one that I've always wanted to see because I just like that kind of movie, but I've never. I was ready to get this standard ass Blu-ray copy of it, and then Criterion was putting out a 4K, so I was like, oh, I'll get that one. And then I heard people say that they edited the movie.
Oh.
And then I just didn't get it, and I just never watched it.
Yeah.
There's a line of dialogue that's apparently a famous line in the movie that the Criterion version cuts out.
Why?
And that's the only thing that it cuts out from the movie. I don't know. And that's actually the only thing I have known about the Criterion version is they cut this line out. Why?
No explanation.
And so I've never watched it because of that.
I'm sure there are I'm sure there are several comedy movies that I enjoy and you don't. Again, like a Will Ferrell film or whatever, right?
Oh,
but I can't argue with you that.
Yeah, Step Brothers is fucking not my thing.
It's not one of my favorites actually either. But I can't argue with you that it's a good movie. I just enjoy that type of movie. That's me. That's not the film itself. I can't argue my opinion against your opinion in that respect. I can only argue if the film is actually good. At least my opinion of it being good. It's different than you just not liking the film, because of that reason. That's a valid reason.
I've never watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Well, that's fine. but that doesn't help this question. It's not what haven't you watched. It's
Yeah.
it's what don't you like.
Are you a fan of that movie?
Yeah. I'm not like a super fan, and there are times where it's boring, but it's also silly and absurd, and I like it.
Yeah, I put it on one time to watch. One time years ago, I was finally like, I'm gonna finally watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I put it on, and I watched maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and I kind of like saw the specific kind of like stupid humor that it was. And I was immediately like, oh, this is not something I'm in the mood to watch right now. And I don't want my viewing of this to be ruined because this isn't what I'm in the mood for.
I actually preferred The Life of Brian more than Holy Grail.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them.
Okay.
Damn shame.
We'll find whatever this movie is. Like I said, I have a feeling that as soon as we log off here, like 5 minutes after we log off, it's going to be like, oh, this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
Let's attempt that.
All right. Hey, tune in Monday for a new episode of the podcast, everybody.
where we reveal what it is that we dislike.
Bye-bye.